Good evening, folks. I'm having technical problems with the props tonight. Helps when someone dashes in at 100 mile an hour because he thinks he's missing out on something. Right, there we go. Right, good evening, everyone. Here we are again, and it's dark. It's terrible. Winter is drawing. So, strange week this week, having a day off on a Monday and doing Mondays on a Sunday. But we're all back to normal now. So what's been happening? Well, lots of views on the channel this week, 1,351. 7 new subscribers. So if you're watching this for the first time or you're never just popping in, welcome. So what you've been watching? Well, number 3 this week is from Wednesday, yesterday. Alice Cooper's solo albums ranked 56 views. And here's one that's come straight out of the blue. I don't know how and why, but Coverdale, good afternoon, Mick. Coverdale and Page album review, which I did in July of 2021, has had 66 views this week. Gone straight into number 2. So number 1 is my unveiling of the Holidays in Eden box set. 108 views. So that comes straight in. Good evening, Stephen. Hello, Dave. So in the last 28 days, we've had 5,686 views. Picked up 21 new subscribers. So what you've been watching in the last month? Well, coming in at number 3, we have Captain Beefheart at 143. Status Quo making a comeback. With 181, but riding at the top of the chart is actually the top 10 number ones from the 70s that Richard and myself done last week. 230. Let's move on to the overalls. So since we started in May of 2021, we have now had 104,507 views and 538 subscribers. Not much change in the top 3. Jethro Tull's still there at 3560. Now, Derek Riggs' Iron Maiden artwork stands at this now, 3,666. How freaky is that? 666. But way out in the front is still status quo. That's now up to 5,980 views. Still the biggest watched video on the channel. Hello, Joe. How are you after last night? It's going well already. A lot of people have watched it. And even the mega 43-minute prog song. So what are we watching? What will you be watching next week? Well, Monday, we start off with the last part of the Vangelis story. And this time it's the collaborations. He's actually worked with other people and produced stuff. So we'll have a quick, brief look at that. Classic album view. We're having a bit of a 60s, looking in the 60s. And we're looking at an album by the Loving Spoonful. Hums of Loving Spoonful, which is a pretty cool track. Yeah, it is. It's all out the tracks we talked about, Joe. A couple of minutes from each track. Next Tuesday is Ladies' Day on RTO, where we dedicate it to ladies in music. And we've got an album ranking by Katie Turnstall, including her new album. And that'll be interesting, including the new album. I've been listening to it. And retro ranking next week is this. We've done her in her band Eurythmics. Now we're going to look at her my favourite solo songs by Annie Lennox. Then we got Wednesday's marathon, and this is a viewer's request. It's one that's been asked by many people, and we're going to be looking at the Stranglers. That takes us up to next Thursday. Got a really interesting Battle of the Debuts for you. Well, Ladies' Day, Ladies' Night. You have done, Pat Benatar. Where are we at? So next, we got the Battle of the Debuts of two American bands, very similar. One's called Bread, and the other's called the Eagles. So we'll be looking at their debut albums and pulling them apart as we usually do. And then album artwork next week. This is we're really coming to the end, so we've only got about 5 more album artworks before we change. I'll just briefly go over what we'll be doing from December, but we're going to look at the studio albums of UFO, because there's so many albums. They've got about 60 million albums, including live and compilations. Live stream back here, 8 p.m. British summertime. Friday's live album ranking. It's a great British band, Supertramp. And then next Friday, we've got 2 new album reviews. 2. Well, one's an album, one's an EP. The album we'll be looking at is the new album from the Mongolian rock band called The Who, spelled H-U, and their new album, Rumble of Thunder. Also on next Friday is the debut EP of a Canadian rock band that I've been sort of following and helping them out. And it's a band called Echo 7. And they release their EP next Friday called X-Ray in Use. Hopefully they will put it on their Spotify page. So I shall be reviewing their new EP, which I've got anyway. They sent me a copy, which was very nice of them. So I've been listening to it, so be able to give you a good insight on that. So let's have a look at some stuff from the laundry list, or the work in progress. Getting through them, I've listened to a few this week. Shawadi Wadi's still at 8 out of 14. Folk Hat, well, I've listened to 12 of the 17 now. Fu Manchu, we've nearly done them. 10 out of 12. Cracking through the Chicagos at 16 of the 26. Stephen Wolf, I've done 5 of the 13. Dead Can Dance, 5 of the 9, so I'm getting through that. Nick Cave and the Bad Seas, struggling, 5 out of 17. Helios Creed, 6 of the 23. The Straubs, we've got 6 of the 24. Now, Gordon Giltrap, his first 2 albums, we couldn't find them anywhere, but I found a few tracks for the first one, so we've got a sort of a review on this, and I've listened to 10 of the 22. Stereophonics, I've listened to 5 of the 12. Ronnie Wood, 5 of 7. Saracen, 3 of 10. And Palace, 2 of 8. Completed ones this week. Suede, including their brand new album. Jonesy's done, Richard Wright and Dave Gilmore. We've got a Wally of the Week this week, which I know Mick likes. Now, this person, don't know if he was a Wally or a stalker. I couldn't quite make out. There was someone that kept putting comments on the videos that got nothing to do with what we was talking about. And he was asking random questions, like on the Megadeth, he put, what was number one this time in 1977? Oh, I really don't know. You know, I'm busy doing stuff what I'm supposed to be doing. And he sort of took the hump a bit, and he started getting rather snotty. And I can't remember what I put now. But then he put that apparently my Mark Bolan was rubbish, and he told me that I hadn't got, no one listens to me and no one's interested. So we give him the chop. As you can see, Rocky's saying good evening to everybody. So that's the Wally of the week, you know. Yeah, he just got, and he was flooding, and I've never, so if you notice, he did put a lot of stuff in, so he's gone. So, as you know, we are changing things a bit in December. Instead of having an album artwork, I know we discussed this a few weeks ago, but I'm just going to give you a quick reminder. We're going to do, instead of doing the album artwork, the second show on a Thursday, it's going to be one that's going to rotate. So on a four-week cycle, and week one will be a trip down memory lane, which is looking at the top 10 singles of that week when we do it. And talking of top 10s, we're going to have a birthday top 10 on soon. It's mine. Then we got one for Joe, and then we got one for Charles. So we got some top 10s coming up. Going back to the news stone, we're going to do a thing called the Camera's View, which is looking at bands that release DVDs and videos that weren't live albums. For example, I'll tell you what the first one is. It's Status Quo's End of the Road. Never put out an album, but there are VHS videos. I mean VHS. I haven't redone it or anything. Then week 3, we're going to do a thing called a Wander Down the Walk Side. Now, Mick will like this one, because every 4 weeks we're going to take the top 10 records across the pond in America for that week. And then the other one we're doing, week 4, is called, I think we're going to call Mixing It Up. And it's a review of a music producer. Now, what we're going to do with that, we're going to talk about producer. We're going to go through some of the albums, but not like I normally do. And then I'm going to go through these top 3 and rank the top 3 albums of that I think are the best albums from that producer. So we've got all that coming up. Think about some of the producers and DVDs or VHS you want me to do, and I will do it. So that's all the news for this week. If I do that, I can go on big screen now and start looking at some of your messages. Good evening to everyone that's came in while I was waffling. Hope we're all well. Yes, Martin Birch is the first one, Stephen. Oh, tonight we've got Curveball, Brewdog Curveball. Yeah, Martin Birch is on the list. I think Roger Glover. The other one we come up with is Phil Spector. So if you've got a favourite producer, and Mutt Lang, they're the 4 that I've got in my head. But there's, if you've got a favourite producer, do the usual, let us know, and we will add it to the list. Yes, it will be hard. I've actually started looking at that, and it is going to be tough. Yeah, I'm not a great fan of Mutt Lang, I'm afraid, folks. You'll find out why when I do him. Got a new poll tonight, and obviously people have been voting. Today was Battle of the Debuts, and it was the two people from Deep Purple that left, Ian Gillan and Richie Blackmore, of course. And I couldn't choose which one I preferred because I like them both. But at the moment, in the community and on here, it's Richie Blackmore's Rainbow all the way, which I thought it would be. Oh, God. Evil Eyes tonight. The light's in the wrong place. Oh, he looks a bit intimidating tonight, does Rocky. Ah, dear. That's a good one, Stephen. Yeah. Oh, excellent choices. I've got that 9012 on video. Good evening, Charles. You missed Wally of the Week. I'll go just brief for Charles. If you didn't know, I don't know if he was a stalker or just a total heckler who was asking random questions, and he got a bit. He went down the I want this, I want that, and we all know what happens to people that say I want, they don't get. Yes, there is another video gone up today. Last night, Joe and myself did the long prog top 10. So there's two videos up there. The one with the normal thumbnail that I put out is the actual show. Yes, Charles. Richard and myself have been having a few tete-a-tete emails. He sent me an email about him, but I've barred him from that. Well, Dave barred him from the channel. He was just an absolute nightmare. Yeah, where was it? I got distracted because we were talking about. I'm totally distracted now. There's old age creeping in. Can someone remind me what I was talking about? I know I was talking about the 9021 video. Still got it somewhere. But I did do a naughty. I did get the soundtrack off it. So I have got it somewhere. I can't believe that. Song to song. Yeah, I know it's available. I haven't got it, but I know I can watch it. That'll be interesting. What was I talking about? It's trouble me. I go off on so many tangents. Yeah, talking about what I did last night. We got there's the long progs, and then there's a big picture called the Ian and Joe's Medley. And instead of putting a playlist, because the playlist would have been about 5 hours long, because most of Joe and I's tracks were over 20 minutes. So what I did, I put together a medley. And I've got it there. It's 43 minutes long, but it's basically a few minutes of each song that Joe and I talked about last night. So if you like a little bit of prog all thrown together as a medley, go and listen to that. So that was great last night. If you haven't watched that yet, go and watch. Cool, yeah. ELP. I'm sure Dave will take notes of these. Yeah, I've got a few that I'm gonna throw in. I've got a couple of news ones that are pretty good. Got Genesis Invisible Touch as well, because I was there. Another one I'll be doing will be Whitesnake at Donington in 1983. Wasn't there. I went to 1990, but I wish I'd have been at the one at Tip, 1983. Also, I might do the Marillion Stoke Road to Apponia because there's a concert on there from Lester de Montfort, and I was there. The first time I saw Marillion was Steve Hogarth. Yeah, the Whitesnake ones. Talking of Whitesnake, today is actually David Coverdale's birthday, and I follow him on Twitter. So I went, happy birthday, Dave. And you know that famous saying, he says, here's a song for you. I thought, here's a birthday for you. Roger Bain. God, Stephen, you're really coming up with some. That's great. Yeah. Roger Bain's a good one. Anton, talking of priest, we could have had, what's his name? Tom Allen or something. Don't know what he's barking at because he's had everything. I banished him last night though while me and Joe were recording. But I wasn't going to do it to him now. He's just part of the furniture. And yeah. Oi, noisy. Oi, you're just barking for the sheer hell of it, aren't you? He's got his back to me and just barking. Yeah, so Monday he wants airtime. I don't know. Are you going to come and say hello, Rocky? You want to come and say hello? No, he's took umbrage. He's got his back to me, which is quite funny. When he's not impressed with me, he turns his head on me. He's so funny at times. Thing is, this afternoon, Dave and I were talking on She Who Must Not Be Spoke About, and he associates when we start talking, it must be tea time. Just settle down. That's it. He knows exactly what he's doing, that dog. Yeah, who requested James last? Because that is going to be. I'm not going to rank all the albums. I might do some retro ranking on these best tracks, but I'm definitely not going to rank it. It's just too huge a task, even for me. It's going to be bad enough doing Tangerine Dream because last night Joe and I were talking about Tangerine Dream, and they're a great band. They've just got to yeah, 187. Good evening, Richard. Have you looked at the email I've sent you and some of the messages that our friend sent? Because he's actually been barred now. I will do a retro ranking on James last. We'll have a retro ranking on Jumping Up and Down and Swinging Our Arms to some of his songs. I haven't done anything on Wishbone Ash. It may be in the laundry list. We barred him. He can't watch nothing on my channel, Richard. He was quite. I got a bit firm with him, and he told me that my Mark Bolan deep cups were rubbish. When I put up my unveiling of Marillion, he said, no one bother watching it. You've only got 500 odd subscribers, and Richard's got over 1,000. And he was not very pleasant to me. I I wanted to put, yeah, if you use your brain cell, that Richard's been doing it longer than me, and hence why he's probably got more subscribers than me. It's more logic. So we just barred him, basically. He got rather nasty, which there's no need for it. He demanded me to do yeah. If you check your emails, Richard, I actually sent you what he actually wrote. He said that me and Rob Walker had turned me against. What a load of old twaddle. Yeah, we've come to that conclusion. I mean, I can't stop him watching this, but yeah, he was sort of comparing me to you, and I think that was the final straw, because he in one sense he was saying he loved my top 10 deep cut tracks of Mark Bolan, and then he told me they're rubbish. That was just spiteful. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if he. I don't know if he's an older chap or a younger chap. Well, I'm glad he has on yours, but I'd had enough of him. I really had, because he was all the messages that were coming up and the notifications. 90% of them were him, and so he's older than me. He should know a bit more, have a bit more sense then, shouldn't he? If he's our age. Yes, he was doing the I want this, I want that, and all I said to him was, "What if you I once don't get anything, but if you may get a response," and that's when he threw his toys out the pram. But hey ho, all the fun of having a YouTube channel. We have one or two bright sparks. Off with his head. Yeah, he did. He said, "I want the Ombudsmans, including Donny and Marie." Well, the thing is, the Osmonds are going to be done. So if that person is actually watching this, you know how much annoyance you've been. Yeah. Yeah, good evening, Rob. Yes. As he said, he's been put on the naughty step on RTO. He's not allowed to come and play anymore. Brady Brunch. Good grief. Did they make records then? I know the Partridge Family did. Yeah, I'm starting to put things together for that Christmas week, believe it or not. I'm going to do a review of all them Marillion box sets. That'll take me a little while to go through them, so I'm going to do that. Also got going to be doing Bucks Fizz for Alan, although we won't be able to watch it on here. You'll be able to watch it from the Facebook group. They actually toured, blimey. I remember the Brady Bunch. I used to put that on things we used to get over here in the summer holidays when we were kids. The Monkeys, Partridge Family, and the Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch did 4 studio albums. Good God. Oh, someone's voted for Ian Gillan. Hey. Only 17% on Ian Gillan. I think he's given up the ghost now. Wait, noisy. What was you? Yeah, I'd love to know if he. I'm going to see if he wants the thing. Talk to Dave a minute. What? What do you want? Come on then. So I'm just catching up while his nibs was out in the thing. Yeah, we've blocked him as well, Rob. He was beyond annoying. Oh. Well, if Mick wants it on the list, we can have it on the list. I don't mind. Come on then. Come on then. Yeah, as you see on the board this week, we talk about compilation albums. I put some of my compilation albums up on the board this week. And they'll be falling into my head in a minute because someone's going to knock it off. There you go. For those quote people, that one, I don't think many people will have that. And I'll be doubt if anyone knows what it's called. Rocky Flap, yeah, I do. Come here then. Up you come then. You want to come and say hello to your fans? Oh. There you are then. Say hello to everybody. Mick saying hello to you. You've got fans all over the world, you have. And yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's Rocky. Dash Hound of the Day. Yay. He was very good on Monday. He felt he slept all through the Queen's funeral. Do you, Stephen? What's it called then? Let's see if you. There you are then. So, Stephen, what's that album called? Ooh. You've mucked up my thing now, haven't you? I must get some more blue tack in. It's getting very non-sticky. I'm going to have to sort this out. It's getting a bit weak. There we go. Yeah, that one's quite... Oh, well done, Mr. McCook. To Be or Not to Be. Basically a B-sides. It's got some good tracks on it. Getting varied up there. We've got some ZZ Top. That Bad Company, 10 from 6, is a really good album. And that's a little bit of Jean-Michel Jarre. Does anyone know what that one is? Yeah, I picked that To Be or Not to Be out for, I think it cost me about £3. Wow, we've got 10 people watching tonight. Rainbow, yes, well done, Rob. Yes, speak to you soon. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah, it's the best of Rainbow, that is. That's a good little album. See, Nick, do I remember the makers of? Oh, yeah, I picked that up. I had it on cassette. And I went to the record fair and I picked it up. And I paid the mighty sum of £7. Triple vinyl, yeah. In the box. A mate of mine got the tin. He's got the tin version. I don't think I'll ever... I think I've played it once since I brought it all the way through, but I've got that more for prosperity than playing. I haven't brought their one in the... that new one they've got out. I very rarely buy Status Quo compilation albums. I think I've got 3 or 4. 3. I've got that one up there from the makers of and 12 Gold Bars. That's the only ones I've got. I must admit I cheated today. By the time I'd sorted out what I did last night, I couldn't be bothered to cook, so it was a Kentucky. KFC delivered from Deliveroo. I just couldn't be arsed. Yeah, cheers, Richard. I'll be emailing you this probably next week. I've put my 80s already together, so I'll be just emailing you for some dates. Yeah, I finally cracked it, Richard. Took me a little while, but I finally cracked it. It looks like Richie Blackmore's Rainbow is winning. I think it will. I think next week's will be interesting. Because next week we're doing Bread and Eagles. Two good bands. Tomorrow is going to be an interesting day. It's a live ranking album of Foreigner, and I'm going to be reviewing Cross Purposes Tour. I think I know. I mean, I've got the album, and I do believe it. Some of the tracks are on YouTube. Yeah, I love Foreigner. Always like Foreigner. Yeah, I'll be doing a. I'm not going to say too much because it'll be tomorrow. But there is. I'm going to be reviewing a DVD of Foreigner. Cool. I know the one I'll be reviewing. A Kiss. No, Charles. I'll be the whole caboodle. You know me. I don't do nothing by halves. I'm ranking them all. But you'll see which ones I prefer, and I think it's pretty obvious which ones I prefer. Although I didn't see them, I don't. No, I saw them in 92 in Milton Keynes Bowl. Yeah, had great fun doing this Stranglers, because to be quite honest, I've not listened to anything. I hadn't listened to much of their stuff without you, to be quite honest. And I was quite shocked at some of it. I thought some of it was pretty good. Yes, Down the Sewer is an absolute magic song, which you'll find out well where that is on Wednesday. There is going to be there has been a dilemma about ranking the Stranglers, because those Stranglers fans know that on one of their albums there's quite an offensive name of a track, but I have come away about a way of actually getting over that. I don't know if Satan are. Yes, I've worked about. I think all those. I'm sure Charles does know what track I'm talking about. It's on the No More Heroes album. I think it's the first track. Because I'll have a bit of trouble with that one, I think. But I think I'll get away with it. Well, I looked at the YouTuber changed the monetization thing. It doesn't really affect me because it's something to do with shorts. and I don't do shorts. And I do. The only shorts I do is when I do the little bits for the live stream that I put up on the Wednesday and Thursday. I don't see. I've seen some of these shorts, and they're 10 seconds long. I mean, who watches something for 10 seconds? By the time you've clicked on it, it's finished. I haven't heard much of Satan stuff, to be quite honest. Whoever asked for Nick Cave, you're actually giving me headaches. I've heard of them, Tanith. Didn't realise that sort of thing. Been looking forward to that. Got some, talking of new albums, got some new good albums coming out. Also, in the next couple of weeks, I'm getting round to it. I've got it here because I've been listening to it today. We'll be having a review of that. That is a great box set of live stuff, I tell you. No, I think the name Satan. When you think of it, you think of doom, and it's not really like it's heavy, but not what the thing says. So, has anyone else got this yet? Man enough to have got this? I know you've probably all watched it, but it's the video. It's great. I mean, the best ones on here is that. Recorded in 1980, and it's done in a miners' welfare club. And then there's that one from Live at the New Victoria. That's pretty good as well. Because it's a live album, I thought I'll bung it on another album. Live at Donington in 1980. Brilliant. Blind Fury, of course. Bit like Slade and Ambrose Slade, isn't it? What else has been going on? Not much, really. It's just been Monday. I didn't do anything. I was quite respectful. I didn't even. Yeah, I know Sally Lindsay said that the best band ever. Good old Sally. I haven't watched Pointless since Richard's left, so I don't know what it's like. Well, I like Sally Lindsay. I worked with someone that went on there. He got all the way through to the final, but didn't win. But he got his Pointless trophy, and he brought it in to show us at work. And no word of a lie, it's no bigger than that. Little diddly thing. The Who live in Texas, 1975. What a classic. I've actually seen that. I'm sure I'll find it. Well, there you go. You learn something every day. I'll tell you what, you're a very knowledgeable bunch of people that come on this channel. Yeah, I listened to the new Suede album. It's pretty good. I will be ranking Suede probably, if it's not probably December. No doubt I'll be getting them tomorrow. Yeah, the first two, I agree, Charles, they're very good. Then they went through that funny period, and then then they have one album that was totally something off the wall for them, and it didn't. I was going, oh dear, what's gone wrong? But all I'll say is, Charles, if you haven't heard the new one, it's back to they're a band that have gone back to their roots. Gone, oh, what was we good at? Yeah. I wish some bands would do that. Say, well, let's go back to what we were good at. Stop experimenting. But there we go. Yeah, I've got a few to go on the. Obviously, the ones that I'm going to do the video. So what I am going to do, I'm going to do. I found it on. I don't know where it's from, but I found it on YouTube. It's a Kiss recorded in Tokyo on the Crazy Nights tour, which is the tour that I saw them on. And I sat and watched it. I mean, the quality's pretty naffy because you can tell it's been taken off of VHS video because it's all at the bottom, it's all flickering and all sorts. But so I'm just reading what Dave put. Yeah, so I mean, it was great to watch. That's the beauty of YouTube. There's lots of these videos you're asking for, I know, that are on there. So I can sit and watch them. Even if I watch, if I can find 4 or 5 to listen to and watch, you know, it gives you a rough idea. Tokyo, no, it was on the Crazy Nights tour, so that would have been late 80s. I'll tell you who supported them at the NEC, Kings of the Sun. One of the loudest concerts I've ever been to. It was, I mean, when the Kings of the Sun come on, that was quite normal, but when Kiss come on, my ears, I had a ring in my ears for days. Great gig, though. Okay, cool. There will be a roundo one in there as well, I'm sure. I had it on VHS. Live Between the Eyes or something, recorded at San Antonio. I remember that the support band on that tour with Rainbow were Judas Priest. Well, there's one that'll definitely get done as well. AC/DC Live in Paris. Which is a great gig. Live Between the Eyes. Yeah, that's it. That's where Richie just smashes up a guitar again. Except I think Can't Happen here. They play it so fast, it's over in a flash. I think the best Richie Blackmore smashing up a guitar on stage was at the California Jam, which is another VHS that I's got. Yeah, there's so many good DVDs. We'll never run out of them. I really wish going back to the end of the road. I wish they'd put that out as a one of these box sets instead of churning out this compilations. Churn out a box set. They should bring out a CD DVD box set that includes DVDs of The End of the Road and the NEC gig from 1982. I mean, they brought they've remixed that on Quo at the BBC, the full concert that they did, the 1982 NEC 20th anniversary gig, which was fantastic. But I would love to have Cheap Trick at the Budokan. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't done anything on Cheap Trick either. You got a special retro ranking. Now, retro ranking on the week of Remembrance Week will be on a different day. I'm going to swap it round for a reason, because I'm going to do a special retro ranking on the 11th of November, which is a Friday. So I shall swap the new album review to the Tuesday and have retro ranking on a Friday for a one-off, which would be pretty cool. Something for remembrance. Don't forget, if you're new here and you haven't, and you'd like your birthday top 10 on the day you was born, drop me a line and I'll get it done. Doesn't matter where if you're from Europe, if you're watching this and you're in America, you'll get the American top 10, not the British. So Mick will get, for his, he'll get the songs on in America when he was born. I looked up mine in America, and I wish I was born in America, because number one when I was born was a lot better than the one that was born in the UK, which you'll all find out in a few weeks' time. Shall I actually do it on my birthday? Can't believe that. I'll be actually do it because my birthday's on a Sunday, so I shall do it on a Sunday. And you will get them on your birthday, not any other time. It will be done on the exact day. So we can do it. Praying Mantis. Wow. Now there's a blast from the past. Oh yeah, PJ Harvey. I forgot that PJ Harvey was born on my birthday. I always remember it for Just Lennon, I'm afraid. I've done Charles, talking of you, I've done yours, and yours is a belter. You jammy git. You have got some great songs on the day you were born. You're gonna love it. Much more fun than mine. You don't research it. You don't have to. I've done it for you. And you'll get your own little playlist as well. So there you are. Don't just get the top 10. You get the playlist to go with it. There's not many channels do that for their subscribers, is it? Just the top 10 on their birthday. Oh dear. Well, considering it was a bit chillier today in Northampton. It's really warm in here. I don't know if that's because Rocky's been barking his head off. No, I haven't got the time to get on a plane. Your top 10, Joe, it isn't. I was talking to Dave afterwards, and yours is pretty half decent. There's one or two. Yours has got a couple of words in there. But most of the songs are songs that I go, yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Your number one's interesting. Of course, you'll find that. Yeah, I was shocked as well. He is, Charles. 12th of October. Yes, Dave was looking at them as well. Yeah, so if Charles's is done, mine's done, and I shall probably do Joe's over the weekend. Get it all ready. Because the beauty of that is it's not hard work. Just what's your top 10? Give them a listen. Pass comment as I usually do. And they all will have the Pick of the Pops tune on as well. Because we got away with it on Gazzy's birthday. And Gaz does I haven't spoken to him or texted him. I must text him, see how he's doing after his hospital. I'm sure he's all right. See, sometimes I know he watches this, so if you're watching, Gary, hope you're all right, mate. Right, we have been going for an hour. And I'm going to wrap it up very shortly because I am tired tonight. Last couple of days have been very, very busy. I spent too much time looking at this screen. But so I'm going to call it a night tonight. An hour's a nice round figure for a chat. So it looks like Richie Blackmore has won, which I always thought he would. I don't mind because I like both, as I said. So the poll is now closed. So there's the results. I say tomorrow, don't forget, if you like Foreigner, we've got Foreigner, Steve Hackett's Genesis Revisited, Seconds Out and more. And then we roll back into Monday. All comes so quick. So once again, thank you for watching. At one stage, there was 10 people watching this, which is quite cool. And it's nice that the numbers are picking up again after we had to take that break because yours truly here couldn't put a sentence together. I have a job doing it. Oh, 12. Well spotted, Charles. Yeah, I have a job talking as it is normally. When you can't talk and sounding like Jonathan Ross, it wasn't very good. So see you all next week. I'll be here. Rocky's now snoring his head off, and it's all that barking. So I will see you all next week, and keep on watching. Tell your friends. Let's get some more subscribers. And don't forget, if you want your birthday, just let us know. Put it in any comments. I don't mind you going off the subject if it's something important like your birthday, because either I'll pick them up or Dave will. Okay then, bye for now, everyone. Bye everyone. Bye.